everybody's experience is different as it pertains to a loved one transitioning. Sometimes it could be a child, an innocent child. Sometimes our loved one could have experienced a very violent transition. When things just kind of happen suddenly, it can increase the impact of grief that we feel, because a lot of us maybe didn't have a chance to tell this person that we love them, or maybe things you weren't in the best place. Maybe there was an argument, you know what I mean? And so certain levels of heaviness kind of weigh on your soul. Grief, it's a tricky thing. There is really no handbook that anybody has that is universal for all of us to live by. Not all of us have the same type of nervous system in terms of how we're able to process pain and deal with things that cause us trauma and anxiety. So I understand that there are levels to this. I understand that for some of you, maybe just working with one challenge is enough for the year or the month. I understand that for some of you, you may not be ready. But my prayer is that you save one or two of my videos and come back to it when you are. I know it hurts. And this is just, I want to use this last day just to have a conversation, with you guys, because at one point I was on the other side of, giving condolences and having empathy for people that have lost a loved one, but actually being in it and experiencing it, totally different ball game. And I get it, up until this morning I was crying after meditation. But as I cried, I remembered, I remembered that I too am a spirit. I remembered that I have the tools and the resources needed to communicate with the spirit of my loved one. And does that take away from not being able to pick up the phone and call them, not being able to go visit them or hear their voice again? No, it doesn't. But I think that's where our own personal will comes in, where we have to just make the conscious decision to make peace with what is, you know? And the things that I've been sharing over these past couple days are ways that I have made peace, or am in the process of making peace with what happened. As I shared, like sometimes I cry. This morning I cried, and it's okay. Those waves of emotions are allowed, but you are also allowed to live again. You are also allowed to fulfill your heart's desires. You're allowed to smile again and to be happy again. And there's nothing more that your loved one wants for you than to live again. Trust me. Being disembodied, having the opportunity to live on earth and leaving this earth with regrets, leaving this earth knowing that you could have done certain things differently, and live your life to the fullest, but you didn't get that. You weren't afforded that opportunity for whatever reason. Your loved one doesn't want you to go through that. Your loved one doesn't want you to be on your deathbed thinking about the days that you could have spent your life experiencing more sweetness and joy and fulfillment. So we not only owe it to our loved ones, but we owe it to ourselves, because we are standing and living in our blessing, which is the breath, the breath of life. As simple as and unconscious as it is for us, it is truly a blessing. Don't forget to tell the people that you do love that you love them. Don't forget to check up on the people that you love. Don't forget to make peace with the ones that you love before you go to bed. So I offer you guys these words of comfort, knowing that it will get better, knowing that you do have the strength to make peace with the situation of your loved one's transition, knowing that you are supported and that you are loved in every way, and that, yes, you are being watched over. And if you would just allow and make up your mind to allow, then things can be different in your life. And it just starts with a choice. Truly, it starts with a decision to choose peace, to choose joy, and to choose happiness. I really pray that some of you, if not all of you, have benefited in some way from this Grief Alchemy Challenge. If you have, I encourage you to share your feedback underneath this post. If you'd like me to create some sort of support group, I'm open to that as well. If you want more assistance in navigating your grief, you can book a one-on-one session with me. The link is in my bio. And we could do this together. You don't have to do this alone. You never are alone. You are loved. You are supported. All right, family, thank you so much for hanging out with me these past couple of days. Peace and love, and until next time.